Valley College Board of Trustees, Community College District 511, a regular meeting today. I want to remind everybody we're live web streaming, so make sure you smile every once in a while. Can I have a roll call, please?
Yes, you can. Simpson.
Here.
Kudia.
Here.
Kennedy, yes. Gorski.
Here.
Soltow. Nelson.
Here.
Nogueda.
Here.
We have enough. Oh, Trojan.
Here.
Now we have enough.
We have a quorum, that's for sure. Do we have a board member attendance by means other than physical appearance, presence?
Yes.
Do you have a motion to do that?
Yes.
Second.
Board,
Go ahead and formally read it.
I make a motion to allow trustee Soltow to participate in the meeting via teleconference.
Second.
Roll call.
Yep. Simpson.
Yes.
Kudia.
Yes.
Kennedy, yes. Gorski.
Yes.
Nelson.
Yes.
Nogueda.
Yes.
Trojan.
Yes. Thank you. Motion carries. And is she live, or is she going to call in, or what's?
We'll see.
When she calls, she
Yes.
calls, okay.
Yes, sir.
Are there any communications and petitions or public comment?
No public comments.
Recognition of visitors, so we have two recognitions. One is outgoing student trustee Juan Nogueda.
Yes, I would like to present Juan Nogueda, student trustee, Rock Valley College Board of Trustees, 2023 to 2024 with this plaque. But also, let me just say, Juan, you have been an outstanding student trustee, and you have raised the bar. You've done an excellent job. You've always taken your responsibility seriously, but not only that, you try to teach others as well. And so I really do think that you left a legacy that would be impactful for the Student Government Association for years to come. So thank you for all you have done in your role as student trustee.
Amen.
Well, yes, trustee, I was going to say also, in recognition, your voting program to get the students know how to vote and when to vote and so on, I thought, along with the scholarship that you and your colleague went around campuses talking about the scholarships to as many students as possible, I think are two very commendable achievements for you. So thank you. Your turn.
It has been a remarkably joyful opportunity to serve as the 2023-2024 fiscal year student trustee. It has been an honor to serve RVC students, which I believe are the leaders of today and tomorrow. It feels as if I've been serving for longer than a year, and I would like to believe that is because of the time and the passion that I invested in these responsibilities. Truth be told, it has been my family's unconditional support that has supported me in maintaining a positive and healthy mental health well-being throughout my term. I would like to acknowledge the fire science program. The instructors within that program granted my peers and I a great example of a strong work ethic and dedication to serving the community. Personally, I attempt to live up to that example, not in all of my responsibilities, as a son, as an older brother, as a member of the community, and of course, a student trustee of Rock Valley College. Thank you to the board, the president's office, and the leadership cabinet for making this a great learning opportunity. Being a part of this area of Rock Valley College expanded my vision and enriched on the importance of higher education. As I continue to serve in the community, I hope and I would love to see Rock Valley present out in the community. We make a significant and wonderful effort through marketing methods. However, our presence alone in the community, our actual live physical presence in the community, beyond the facilities that we offer and that we hope to have in the near future, speak louder than any piece of advertisement. I wish the very best to our upcoming student trustee. I hope that you do wonderful and that you are blessed with the health and the wisdom to serve these phenomenal students. I truly hope you do, never mind just as good as me, I want you to do better than me, because it is always about serving this institution and serving the students within. So once again, I might not know you as I know other people in my life. However, please count on my support. Like many people in this life, I have a lot of things going on. However, I'll always find the time to invest in supporting you. So, Mr. Nico Mikos, I truly wish for you the best. And again, thank you. Thank you very much to all of you. Thank you.
And,
Good job.
shake everybody's hand. Very good. And now will the incoming student trustee, Mr. Nico Michaels, approach the podium, or approach our attorney, rather, so he can be sworn in?
Right there.
You can stand right there.
Stand swearing in, and then he can take a seat.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna read you the script, just follow after me, okay? I, Nico Mikos. Do solemnly swear. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. And the Constitution of the State of Illinois. And that I will faithfully discharge. The duties of the office. Of student trustee. Of Rock Valley College. According to the best of my ability.
Very good. Well, congratulations. You got quite a path to
Congratulations.
make for yourself, but I'm sure you will
Welcome.
stand up to it. Okay, we'll move on to approval of the minutes, the April 9th Committee of the Whole and the board meeting of April 23rd. Yes, sir, John.
I move that we approve both the April 9th and April 23rd meeting minutes without correction.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Simpson.
Yes.
Goodia.
Yes.
Kennedy, yes. Gorski.
Yes.
Soltow. Nelson.
Yes.
Mikos. Aye. Trojan.
Yes. Motion carries.
Motion carries.
Okay, now on to the action items. The first one is the claim sheet, check register to April 2024, BR 8151. I hear a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
1 second. Who was our second?
Paul.
Second.
Roll call. Simpson.
Yes.
Goodia.
Yes.
Kennedy, yes. Gorski.
Yes.
Soltow. Nelson.
No?
Mikos.
Yes.
Trojan.
Yes.
Motion's passed.
Okay, next item, approve purchase report A, 2024 amendments, BR 8152-A. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call. Simpson.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Goodia.
Yes.
John, you want to speak?
No. I'll catch on the next one.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed you.
Goodia.
Yes.
Kennedy, yes. Gorski.
Yes.
Soltow. Not present. Nelson.
Yes.
Mikos.
Yes.
Trojan.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Purchase report B, FY 2024 purchases BR 8152-B.
So moved.
Second.
John?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As we said many times before, we went over these in detail in the committee of the whole meeting, and we've discussed any and all questions I think the trustees have had and resolved them favorably, and so I will be supporting this.
Thank you. Anybody else comment? If not, roll call.
Simpson.
Yes.
Padilla.
Yes.
Kennedy, yes.
We can share.
Gorski.
Yes.
That's all right. We're right here.
Soltow. Nelson.
Yes?
Mikos.
Yes.
Trojan.
Yes.
Motion carried.
We'll take 10 seconds until Dr. Spearman makes the phone call to our trustee.
Trustee Soto, we have you on speakerphone. Hello, and we're in the open meeting now.
Okay, sounds good, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, next action item, purchase report C, FY 2024-25 rather, purchases BR 8152-C.
So moved.
Second.
Who do I got first, second? Padilla or Nelson?
Yes.
I like that. You can take Kudia.
No problem. Roll call. Simpson.
Yes.
Padilla.
Yes.
Kennedy, yes. Gorski.
Yes.
Soltow.
Yes,
Nelson.
Yes?
Mikos.
Yes.
Trojan.
Yes.
It's passed.
Motion carries. Approve 2024 to 2025 intergovernmental cooperation agreement for IDOT Highway Construction Careers Training Program, BR 8153.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call. Simpson.
Yes.
Padilla.
Yes.
Kennedy, yes. Gorski.
Yes.
Soltow.
yes,
Nelson.
Yes?
Mikos.
Yes.
Trojan.
Yes.
Passed.
Next item, approve personnel report, BR 8154.
So moved, and I'd like to speak to it.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Kennedy, second. Yes, sir, Paul.
Thank you. So I understand under appointments, I have two interim positions. President Spearman, do you plan on continuing to advertise for the Vice President of Human Resources, or are you pulling postings down for that?
Pulling postings down, both of them are interim positions, and in about, remember, this is up to a year, but around 6 months or so, we'll know if this position works, current appointment, and at what time will we repost for the position.
Did either one, following board policy or college policy, apply for these positions online?
No, but as the president, I still have the right to appoint. I appointed other people in positions regarding my cabinet as well. Not every cabinet member went through a search committee. These are interim, these are not permanent.
But they didn't go through our normal, the hiring policy that you had in place at the time?
No, we went through 2 search committees, they were failed, and at that point, I made a decision to appoint. My goal is to have somebody in place before the VP currently leaves.
All right. Well, I can't support the personnel report if we're going to be violating what I consider college policy. Thank you.
Any other comments? Yes, sir, Paul, John.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I also will be voting no on this. for reasons that are well known to the board. And I believe, Mr. Chairman, that our job is not simply to appoint the president and then it's carte blanche after that. And I think this was inappropriate, and again, I will be voting no. Thank you.
Any other comments? Gloria?
Yeah, I just have a quick question where I see that we had 4 people that resigned. My quick question is, do we do exit interviews with anybody who does resign? And do we find out whether it's a happy resignation or
Yes.
something else?
Yes, we follow through with exit interviews.
Okay, thank you.
No other comments? I'd like to make some. I looked at the board policy, and first of all, in the section of trustees hire and work with the president, and all the other things that we are responsible for, nothing shows up that says we approve people, staff people below the president. So that's number one. Number two, looking at the board policy, personnel board policy 3.10.090, which deals with personnel reports, it says, human resources shall prepare and provide a personnel report at each regular monthly board meeting via a board report. The personnel report will contain all the appointments, da-da-da-da. Nowhere does it say the board approves. Now, it turns out that in April of 2014, it was changed from acknowledging to approving. Now, since we hire and monitor the president, and there's no wording in the board policy that says that we approve the personnel reports, I suggest that going forward, we acknowledge the report, not approve it or disapprove it. And I think the policy is very clear. They provide the report, and that's it. There's nowhere that says we approve the report. And I think in keeping with trusteeship, if that's the proper word, our main job is to approve the president. He approves everybody else. We can offer comments, we can say what we want, but it's his decision going down below him. If there's no further comment, I would suggest, yes, sir, John.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You and I respectfully disagree. I don't think the board should abdicate their responsibility of oversight, and I see that's what's being done here. And I think it's a bad precedent to set, and I will maintain my no vote.
Any other comments? If none, roll call, please.
I do, sorry, I'm trying to unmute myself.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Go.
Okay, so, I thank you, Bob, for, bringing that up and knowing the policy. It's a little irritating to me that some board members agree to all the policy and think that it's great that we have these policy and plans, but when it disagrees with what they believe, now all of a sudden it's an issue. Now, with that being said, the president is who, is the one that gets to, make these decisions, and it is our job to trust that he's making the decisions to the best of the ability for the college. Now, if he has a history of doing things that are disheartening of the college and doing things, then I can see there being an issue. Dr. Spearman, are there other people on here that are in front of them right now that you have appointed before?
Yes.
Who is that?
I've appointed Dr. Amanda Smith as Chief Academic Officer. I appointed Ellen Olson as Chief Financial Officer.
Okay, and was there issues during that time as well from board members that you did that?
No.
Okay, so I guess I'm trying to figure out why there's an issue now. And I want you to know that I, am in favor of you doing this because it needs to be done, and you have given me no other reason to believe that you will put RVC in a good light. You would never want to make something bad, and if it doesn't work out, you've already said that you will have, a protocol. So I just think that what Bob said is perfectly, and I'm not going to say any more about that. That's enough. I'm going to go back on mute.
Paul, do you have a comment?
I'll make it during my report. Okay?
Okay. Any other comments? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Simpson.
Come back around to me, please.
What was that?
Pass.
Pass.
You
Yeah.
pass.
I got it. Kudia.
Yes.
Of course, my pen stopped working. You got an extra pen? Thank you.
Quick.
Let's
I
start.
can't hear anything. Did you say something?
Not yet.
Okay, sorry.
Stomach-
It's very faint.
No,
Start
he's
again.
stumbling for a pen.
Kudia.
Yes.
Kennedy, yes. Gorski.
No.
Soltow.
Yes.
Nelson.
No.
Mikos.
Yes.
Trojan.
Yes.
Motion's passed.
I think it's 4 yeas, 2 nays, and 1 pass.
But,
Oh,
But
I'm sorry.
pass means come back.
yes.
I'm
You're
sorry.
supposed to go back.
Simpson.
I just want to make a comment about the fact with human resources, I'm a little concerned, and we just need to be careful about every decision made through human resources. I just don't want to see it going through the attorney, and the attorney, I'm just concerned about what we're gonna spend consulting with the attorney with somebody that doesn't have human resources experience. So that would just be my biggest concern. And I know that, I don't know who sees those reports. I believe the chair might see the reports of how much we spend on attorney fees. Okay. And
The
I
chair
would like
always
to
has
see,
access.
I would like to maybe see the reports, all of us, and not just the chair, if that's possible, of the attorney fees through human
losses,
resources for the
you know.
next year.
Haven't seen any yet, so.
Of course not.
So everything up to this point, Gloria being the former chair has signed off on every single one. And then moving forward, Bob, you will be the one that sign off on every one.
I just,
Right.
it's a big concern of what we spend on attorney fees each month.
I think what she's asking for is a breakdown by the attorney fee,
Oh, I'm sorry.
the attorney fees by, like, HR advisement or this kind of
Correct.
advisement.
Yes.
It would have to, I mean, suppose there's an issue with a personnel issue, and the HR has to go to the attorney to get it corrected, or understood. Wouldn't that, that would be normal course of action.
Also, keep in mind that as trustees, you've asked us to go to the attorneys. That's part of our process and protocol. That, and unless that's changing, that has been the protocol to go through almost everything you see here.
Yeah.
You ask for it to be attorney approved, and that's,
Right.
that's part of it.
Right.
That's part of our process, because that's, the trustees believe that was the
I
best
guess
process.
part of it is I want to see a comparison to previous. I want to make sure it's not costing us more money to not have somebody with the experience in human resources. There are laws you have to follow. You have to be careful. We don't want to come back and have any litigation against us, be sued for anything because of somebody that doesn't have the experience. So I just want to make sure that moving forward, that we're fiscally responsible and.
Can I make one comment?
Yep, your turn.
I understand the board's apprehension at this, but I think Dr. Spillman has been pretty transparent about all this. I mean, it's in writing. It says interim vice president. This is not a permanent position. And it's not like we have somebody that's leaving human resources and we're just gonna leave it vacant for the next person to possibly play catch-up if we don't hire somebody in 3 or 4 months. And then how much you think the attorney fees are gonna be in that 3 or 4 month period when we have absolutely nobody in there. So we have to have somebody in place to run human resources. We cannot leave it vacant. We have to have a person in there, and Dr. Spielman is going to evaluate this person just like he's done everybody else in his cabinet. And if this person cannot do the job, this person will be replaced.
Okay.
And that's why we have hired him to make that decision. But we have to have somebody in place. We just can't leave it vacant for 3 or 4 months until we find somebody. Then all these attorney fees are astronomical if we're talking about the money.
Yeah.
That's just my
Okay.
viewpoint.
Well,
If
believe
I
that
might,
all the discussion's
excuse
out of
me.
order. I believe all the discussion's out of
If
order.
I might, I think we're getting a little bit too far into a tricky personnel issue in open meeting. I don't think it's appropriate, so I'd like to call it the roll call and move on.
We gotta have one
I
more
think
vote.
we made enough comments, both in closed and in open. Enough is enough. Roll call, please.
We still gotta get one more vote. Simpson,
Yes.
motion carried.
Five yeas, 2 nays. Okay, next item. Where are we here? Personnel report, okay, new business.
I do not have any new business at this time.
Okay, unfinished business, I did already talk about the personnel reports being acknowledged rather than approve, and we'll start that in June. The second item is the policy review. I think trustee Gorski and trustee Nelson were submitting their comments, and now it's been another month that's gone by. Are you done with your comments, or so we can get this thing wrapped up?
Well, your suggestion is a policy change, and so you've suggested it, and we have to take it up as a board then.
On which, on the personnel report?
Yeah.
Well, we can put it up for, is it a voting thing? I mean, the policy's clear. You submit the report, you don't approve the report. I mean, how much clearer can you get? For this, I would ask legal opinion.
The language says the board shall approve the personnel report of each regular via board report. So that's the current language. So if we did want to change that policy, and how that's implemented, do you think we have to bring that to a vote before the board? So we have to bring it forth with the red lines like we do.
Where does it say approve?
It says shall approve.
The board shall approve the personnel report.
Where? Because I just pulled this down from our internet, from the Rock Valley College internet.
Let me double check to make sure I'm looking at the right copy.
RVC policy 3.10.090.
3.10.
.090.
Okay. I'm looking at board policy 3:20. Thank you, Rick. .010.
What's the title?
Job posting and hiring.
That's where I got this from, I thought.
Says the board shall approve the personnel report at each regular board meeting via a board report. Now, I mean, that's just addressing the personnel report. It's not, in my opinion, approving hiring. In our opinion, the administration, the president has that power.
Well, then it seems to me the policy is unclear,
So we
because
made-
in the one I pulled down and the one that you pulled down,
Yep.
one says submit and the other one says approve. Yes, sir, John?
Well, that's why we probably should put it on the next COW meeting so we can discuss those matters.
Right. Agree.
And I think we talked about it last cow, we have some kind of low-hanging fruit stuff that we'll take up, stuff that I think will be pretty straightforward to move forward and kind of probably vote on solidifying the board policies and then talk about meatier stuff down there. Okay?
So at least by the next COW meeting, we'll
Yeah,
have a lot
right.
of your low-hanging
Right.
fruit so we can move on and
Right.
get this one back on track. Because we're getting closer to HLC showing up, and I'd rather have all this wrapped up well before they get here. So that's the unfinished business, policy review.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir, John.
can you repeat the dates when the HLC is supposed to be here?
Tuesday, October 15th.
That's our get-together with the trustees.
And we're looking at an 8 a.m. breakfast meeting.
Okay, any other comments before we move on?
Is this rolls and coffee, or are we gonna get,
Bacon and eggs?
yeah,
How would you like your eggs, over easy or scrambled or?
I like mine hard fried or scrambled.
Okay, any other comments before we get to the president's report? If not, moving on.
Thank you for the opportunity to present tonight. First, we have completed the spring semester with, I believe, 15 completion ceremonies, including 2 commencements, and we were able to accomplish it without any major issues. Each commencement and/or completion ceremony requires a lot of behind-the-scenes planning. So I want to thank everyone who played a part in creating the lasting memories for our students. IT, especially Jeremy Talixon and the audio-visual support team, college communication, the commencement planning committee, faculty and staff, POM, the facilities and the grounds looked amazing. I continue to hear parents talk about how impressed they were with the campus. Our police team, thank you for your preparedness. We appreciate you, Chief, and your team. And thank you to the trustees who were able to participate in these great moments. Dr. Pryor will provide more details in his report in a few minutes. Regarding Rockford Promise, I was able to attend the Rockford Promise event, and we have approximately 40 students for the spring semester with another 24 enrolling for the fall semester. Rockford Promise students typically graduate in 5 to 6 semesters. This year, Riley Anzac, our billing and sponsorship coordinator in financial services, received a Rockford Promise Award for her outstanding work directly with the students. Next, our legislators are still working on passing the budget. 2 highlights worth mentioning include a 2% increase across the board for ICCB, or the community college system. Second one would be $30 million in additional funds for workforce programs, of which we have more details. We'll have more details shortly. Still working with Dr. Durham on that information. Also, we had a nice retirement celebration. I appreciated meeting family and hearing stories of our staff and faculty. In June, I will be participating in 1 local panel and 1 national panel discussing workforce development. First week of June, I will be attending Student Education's Destination High Performance Conference in Florida, where I have been asked to present in front of other presidents and cabinet members from around the country regarding workforce. On Thursday, June 13th, from 7:30 to 11 a.m., I've been invited by Rockford University to serve on their Business Summit panel to discuss education and industry. And I believe that is open to the public and is free to attend. Last, and once again, thank you for attending the various events, trustees, and I look forward to attending. I look forward to you, well, actually, first of all, I think Juan did an outstanding job with his speaking. He was sick and he pushed through it. And thank you for representing the student body, Juan. Now, with that said, June 7th is our ICTA banquet, and I look forward to attending that banquet with many of you, or some of you, I should say. Besides trustees and cabinet members, we will have Bourne & Co. President Blake Kornsdorf and Todd Wells, Vice President of Operations, attend with us. This year, we nominated them for the industry, the Business Industry Award. So they'll be attending the banquet with us. And that ends my report this evening.
Thank you. Any questions for Dr. Spearman? If not, leadership team updates?
No, sir.
Oh, sorry, John.
Any news on our refund?
No, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Leadership team updates,
Start from left to right.
left to right.
VP Barnes, do you have updates? All right.
Thank you, Dr. Spearman. Good evening, trustees. A few quick updates this evening. First, a continuation of the congratulations to all of our graduates and completers that we've celebrated over the last several weeks. Thank you to all of you that were able to attend any of those events. It is, for us, the best time of our year. Couple of quick numbers for you, because I know some of you love numbers. Our May 16th certificate ceremony celebrated 98 students in attendance, but a total of 612 certificate completers for the fiscal year. Our May 17th graduation welcomed 278 students at our 2 o'clock ceremony, 311 at our 6 o'clock ceremony. All in this year, fiscal year 24, 1,007 degrees earned. Second, I would like to congratulate our men's baseball team for finishing second in the regional tournament and 1 game short of their first national tournament at the Division II level with an over 2 record of 42-15, RVC's first 40-win baseball season. So kudos to them. Also congratulate the women's softball team for their Region 4 championship and their second trip now to the Division II national tournament. They are the first to win a Division II national tournament game. They won 3 games, lost 2. Unfortunately, ended up 7th in the tournament itself, finished with an overall record of 34-15. Finally, a quick note on enrollment. Filling in for our colleague Heather Snyder, who couldn't be here tonight. Summer 2, as of this morning, we are at 95% to our goal, our 9,000 credit hour goal for summer 2, turning 4.2% above this time last year. For fall, we are currently 60.6% to our 110,000 credit hour goal and 58.7% to our stretch goal of 115,000 credit hours, each of those turning about 7.53% above this time last year. Any questions? That was a lot of numbers. Yes, Mr. Nelson.
Yes, sir, John?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and esteemed member of the staff. This is just a general question I often ask. Are we in good shape for the upcoming fall, I presume, or primarily?
Yes, sir, I believe so. We are, again, mentioned 7% above this time last year and our total credit hour goal.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am? Gloria?
Dr. Pyer, I just want to make sure I heard you right. Did you say we had 1,007?
1,007
Okay.
degree completers for the fiscal year.
Great, thank you.
Any other? Okay, moving on. Dr. Stewart.
Good evening, trustees. Rock Valley College's Highway Construction Careers Training Program's 25th class graduation takes place on Thursday, the 6th of June, 2024 at 3 p.m. in this room. All members of the Board of Trustees are cordially invited. We have 9 students graduating in this cohort. Secondly, RVC was awarded $400,000 by ICCB for the Trade School Grant Part 2. The purpose of this grant is to provide access and strengthen pathways to careers in the trades for young adults, specifically those between the ages of 18 to 24 years of age, and those in underserved communities marked by high youth unemployment, low graduation rates, or other relevant indicators. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Board. I wanted to give a quick update on projects that are occurring on the main campus this summer. If you're not aware, we do have 9 projects that are currently going on over the summer and 1 that's currently out to bid, so we could potentially have 10. I believe a list of the projects was sent to all of you, so I won't go into all of them individually. Many, though, will be disruptive, replacing of sidewalks, fixing of parking lots and things of that nature. What I do want to mention is that we also have the information on our website. The marketing department has put a great page together for that so that we can keep the public, students, and employees informed of all the projects, particularly as they change. There's a link on the home page, so if you just go to rockvalleycollege.edu, you can follow a link, or if you want to get to the page directly, you can go to rockvalleycollege.edu/projects, and we will keep that up to date, especially as things may change. We being the marketing team and the operations team working together to make sure that the public is informed of everything that's going on. Does anybody have any particular questions?
Any questions? Nope. Moving on.
Great. Good evening. I just wanted to give everybody a heads up that Refugee and Immigrant Services is moving from where they are currently at 303 North Main over to our RVC downtown. We're consolidating. And, but WIOA Career Services will remain at 303 North Main, so we'll have just a smaller presence there. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, Gloria?
When you say downtown, you're talking about the old Register Star building? Okay,
Correct.
thank you.
Okay, Helen?
Good evening. I have several things for you this evening. First is, I am pleased to announce that the Finance Department received the GFOA Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting for the 17th consecutive year for the FY23 report. I want to congratulate Accounting Services that they assist in preparing the annual comprehensive financial report, and so I thank them for all the work they do. Also, we have started our FY24 preliminary audit work. So towards the end of June, you can expect to receive that letter, that SAS 99, or the questionnaire about fraud controls. And while you may not know all the detailed financial controls we have in place, in your role as the Board of Trustees, the governing board, you have a high level of responsibility. So you are responsible for responding regarding the items that are brought to you on a regular basis. So those examples would be the monthly check register, purchase reports, personnel reports, tenure list, cash and investment report, quarterly vital signs, et cetera. Those are the controls that the board has in place, and those are the reports that you are being provided and reviewed. So those are the controls that you will be attesting to on that report. A quick bond update. In July, I will be bringing 2 reimbursement resolutions that I mentioned during my presentation at the Committee of the Whole. So please expect to see those. Also, we are working to accelerate the 2024 bonds to settle in November. Part of it is, again, we're not sure what the Federal Reserve is going to be doing. I received an email from Bob Trojan, kind of giving me a heads up, but we don't know, and it's election year, so we are going to go forward and start trying to do it a little bit earlier. And last, I want to share with the board that the $1.5 million for the ATC tuition waivers has been fully distributed, so that is now complete. Thank you.
Yes, sir, John?
When you say the 1.5 million tuition waivers are complete, what you mean is they're not there anymore, correct?
We have fully distributed them to students.
Okay. And so from now on, we're dependent on foundation raising money for students or other Pell Grants, or how do students get some help?
Students will have to apply for financial aid or through the foundation scholarship process.
Or grant dollars, like the 400,000 that Dr. Stewart just mentioned.
Yes.
Okey dokey.
Any other comments for Ellen? Moving on to, I guess we're done. Any other?
That ends our reports.
Any other comments from the team? If not, ICTA report, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Nothing much has changed. There is a meeting coming up next week? Yeah, next week. And I anticipate coming back in June with a bunch of information.
All right. Okay, we'll go to trustee comments. We'll start with Paul and work our way around the room. I'll take last.
Thank you, Chair Trojan. I wasn't going to have a report, but I am now. I'm concerned that the board and possibly, President Spearman is ignoring the importance of a high-quality, talented, workforce throughout the, not only at the college, but in the community. And in terms of our own board policy, the policy that I was referring to is Board Policy 3:20.0110 or 10. It is a policy of the Rock Valley College to employ the most qualified candidate for vacant positions. Regular full-time and continuous part-time positions will be posted upon approval to fill a vacancy. Vacant positions will be consistently advertised internally and externally to ensure that employees and other interested individuals are notified regarding employment opportunities at the college. Applications will be accepted through an electronic process. In addition, we got the equal opportunity portion, which should, any activities in the application for and treatment of all aspects of employment, including not and limited to recruitment, hiring, transfers, and promotions. And I'm not saying people that have different backgrounds can't learn different positions and the like, but it didn't sound like we're continuing to look for candidates for some positions here. We're just going to vet them through a multi-month process, which could work. It's just, it doesn't seem to be consistent with trying to find qualified candidates that have actually applied for the position. Even for an interim position, could have posted a position that was interim, and just have on record the applications and the listing of the credentials of the people. And it's just in all the training that I've had going back to my first jobs at the Cole Parmer Instrument Company and the American Dental Association and stuff, and all the training we ever had as supervisors and managers was you need good HR, you need a consistent HR policy, otherwise people lose faith in the hiring process, and I think it sends a sad note, a sorry story, a bad message to recent grads that it isn't necessarily what you know, it's who you know. So that's my position. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Gloria?
The only thing I guess I can say is ditto to Dr. Spearman's message about the great job that everybody did with the commencement ceremonies, all the parties and celebrations, administrators, staff, just ditto. Thank you. Good job, everybody. That was it. Thank you.
Richard?
No.
Kristen?
I just would like to thank Juan again for the great year and everything that you did and will do in the future. That's it.
John?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would say that that it is through, well, first of all, in my business, I am no stranger to conflict, as you might expect, and I don't think conflict is necessarily bad, and I think that an exchange of ideas, vigorous exchange, is beneficial to the good of the organization. I'm excited about proceeding forward. I don't think there's a person on the board that doesn't have their own view and version of what's best for Rock Valley. We may have some disagreements of how we're going to get there, but those will be resolved. Many of our tough decisions have not been unanimous and have been have involved the political process, but that's the way it should be. The trustees are elected. They're elected nonpartisan. I think that's important. And the reason they're nonpartisan is they're to take their skills and do the best they can to uphold the public trust. And I don't think that anyone has lost sight of this on the board, nor should they. I think we're going to have an exciting 2 years, and that's the way it should be. So that's the long and short of my report, and I wish everyone a happy time until we either see each other at the ICCTA meeting or our next COW meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Paul, can I drink your water?
Paul, did you? No. Well, my only comment would be just to build on the same feelings about the graduations and the certificates awards and the GED awards. I mean, there's so many really gut-wrenching stories about how some of these students really finished up. One in particular, a lady, she went blind at the age of 28, and there she was on the stage getting her degree. She put up with it, and she had to read her speech, obviously, using Braille. But here's the fortitude of a person like that, 28, gone blind, but yet continuing on to get her degree. So there were, to me, a lot of kind of gut-wrenching stories that we heard during those 2.5 days. So that's my comments. Oh, I'm sorry, Crystal? Out of sight, out of mind.
Nope, I'm all good.
Thank you. Sorry about that, Crystal.
You're okay.
Okay, so now we'll go on to, me again, Rock Valley Trustee Foundation Report. Well, so far they have received 547 applications. They've awarded $526,000. And in September, there'll be a last chance opening for more scholarship money. They got $125,000 left to award, and hopefully we'll find enough good students that meet the qualifications to pass it on. I also heard at their last board meeting, they have, and I think it'll be mailers going out to everybody, an immediate need fund, which is not a huge fund, but it does help students who are really desperately in need of some short-term, quick money. And I think, as Brittany has asked all of her board members to contribute, I would ask all of our board members, when you get your notification, please also contribute to the immediate need fund, which will help students immediately.
The Student Emergency Fund.
Student Emergency Fund, thank you. That's my report.
Very good, Bob.
Well, thank you, John. We do agree on that one. Okay, Freedom of Information Act, any comments on that one? Guess what? No closed session.
Good work again.
So the date of the next committee of the whole meeting will be June 11th, 2024, 5:15. The meeting will be held in the PAR room, room 0214, located in the Education Resource Center on the main campus. The date of the next regular meeting, June 25th, 2024, 5:15. The meeting will be held in the PAR room 0214, located in the ERC on the main campus. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Simpson.
Yes.
Padilla.
Yes.
Kennedy, yes. Gorski.
Yes.
Soto.
Yes.
Nelson.
Yes.
Mikos.
Yes.
Yes.
Trojan. We are adjourned.
Thank you.